Hello viewers, I am Associate Professor Dr. Surif Hussain. Obtained my PhD in biotechnology in Nihon University, Japan. So today my topic is hydroponic. This is very interesting and new topic. So we can see here what is hydroponic. Hydroponic from the Greek words hydro. Hydro means water and ponos means labor. Is a method of growing plants using mineral nutrient solutions without soil. This is called hydroponics. Hydroponic is often defined as the cultivation of the plants in water. This is the main theme, the cultivation of plants in water. Research has since determined that many different aggregates of media will support plant growth. Therefore, the definition of the hydroponics has been broadened to read the cultivation of the plants without soil or in the water. The same 1997. So this is all about the definition of hydroponics. Let's move to see the image of hydroponic. The hydroponic plant culture in the water without soil. We can see here image. So especially for vegetables it is important, also for fruits. NASA researchers are doing hydroponic below for onions and lettuce. They did hydroponic culture. We can see here. So there is some the background of the importance. Plant physiology. It means plant physiologist researcher discovered in the 19th century that plants absorbed essential mineral nutrients and inorganic ions in water. In natural conditions, soil acts as a mineral nutrient reservoir, but the soil itself is not essential to plant growth. When the minerals nutrients in the soil dissolve in water, plant roots are able to absorb them. Almost any terrestrial plants will grow with hydroponics, but some will do better than others. We can see here the plants uh, plant structure and photosynthesis. So this is actually applicable for the plants and soils and water. You can see here oxygen and water, carbon dioxide and oxygen nutrient content in water from roots. This is the autotrophic plants. So here the same system or same the mechanisms for soil culture and soilless culture or water culture or plant tissue culture, and same mechanisms of the plant growth. So mode of action same in the soil, in plant tissue culture, in the media, and in hydroponics in water culture. We can see here importance. Growers all over the world are using hydroponic techniques due to the lack of a large water supply of fertile farmland. Home gardens have used hydroponics on a smaller scale to grow fresh vegetables year round and to grow plants in smaller spaces such as an apartment or balcony. So a small place we can set it. This hydroponics greenhouses and nurseries grow their plants in a soilless peat or bars based growing mix. The nutrients then are applied to the growing mix through the water supply. Soilless gardening offers many advantages to the home gardener. Since a sterile media is used, there are no weeds to remove, and soil-borne pests and diseases are minimized, if not eliminated completely. Properly grown hydroponics plants also are healthier and more vigorous because all of the necessary growth elements are readily available. The plants can mature faster, yielding an earlier harvest of the vegetables and flower crops. Hydroponic gardens use less space since the roots do not have to spread out in search of foods and water. The small scale, the small space requirement makes hydroponics ideal for home gardeners, and it makes better use of greenhouse space. The big advantage to hydroponics is the ability to automate the entire system with a timer. Automation reduces the actual time it takes to maintain plants' growth requirements. Automation also provides flexibility to the gardener as one can be gone for long periods of times without having to worry about watering the plants. Hydroponics offers many advantages for commercial agriculture. Cultivating plants without soil eliminates the needs for vast farmland and allows crops to be produced in greenhouse or even in the desert sands. Hydroponics techniques also allow for precise water and nutrient applications directly to the roots of each plant. Water is reused in this system and less is lost through evaporation and the runoff. Therefore, arid lands such as desert can be transformed into productive lands using limited amounts of water. So every time water should be cleaned here and use water, there should be the water system uh, and of run of water, and there is inlet and outlet, water inlet and outlet, two systems should be done here. Growing plants hydroponically is not difficult if one understands the basic principles. As long as plant growth requirements are met, there are numerous hydroponic systems that can be used and discussed below. Plant culture, growth requirements. Whether a plant is grown in soil or soilless media, there are many factors affecting plant growth and productivity. All plants require nutrients, water, light, and air to grow. This is the main important. Nutrients, water, light, air to grow. The plant grown in soil obtain nutrient and water from the soil when available. With hydroponics, because water and the nutrient are always available, the plants in never stress. Sunlight and air are readily available in an outdoor hydroponic system. However, for an indoor system, one must provide an adequate light sources and good air conditions. Air circulations. Metal halides lamp and then sodium vapor lamps, grow lights, and or inflorescence light used in conjunction with incan- incandescent incandescent light bulbs provide adequate lights. Plant roots must have oxygen available to keep them alive. Healthy roots, which are white in color, are responsible for the uptake of all nutrients for the plants. If the roots die, it is impossible for the plants to survive. Even if the plants grow, requirements are met. Air condition around leaves in important since it mixes the air and allows the plants to draw out the carbon dioxide necessary to carry on photosynthesis. Air circulation also helps prevent fungal diseases caused by moist, stagnant conditions. Indoor units often have a small fan to circulate the surrounding. Yeah, so this is the materials method how we can set a hydroponic cultural this is called house or cultural system. Nutrient solutions. The nutrient solution is the most important factor in the success or failure of a hydroponic system. Most fertilizers commonly available in garden and thirst do not contain all of the all of the 13 elements necessary for the plant growth because the growing media usually provides many of them. Hydroponic plants receive nutrient from a different sources, so it is necessary to use a fertilizer formulated for hydroponic systems. Hydroponic fertilizers are available for many mail orders companies and a few specialty garden center. It is important to follow the dilutions rates recommended on the labels and to test the solutions to be sure that the pH is between 5 to 6. Simple pH test kits and the pH modifiers are available where fish supplies are sold. Depending on the stage of plant's development, some elements in the nutrient solutions will be de depleted more quickly than others. Because of this, it is important to change the nutrient solutions every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, we have to change the nutrient solutions. This is the most important topic. Then the old solution can be used to water other house plants or outdoor plants. Also make sure that the nutrient solutions is kept at the original volumes as water evaporates from the nutrient solutions. The fertilizers becomes more concentrated and can burn plants' roots. Add water only and not more fertilizers to raise the nutrient solutions back to its original volumes. So then there is a standard. According to the standard, we have to set these nutrient solutions. Types of techniques. Water culture systems. Water culture system include the nutrient films techniques, aeroponics, and the aeration method. The nutrient film techniques. This is there is a film, nutrient films. Use a plastic tray or tubes as the container through which a constant thin film of nutrient solution flows. Plants are suspended through holes in the top of the trough. The trough, this is what the trough. This is system is called trough. The trough gently slopes, so gravity pulls the solution back to the nutrient reservoir. There are many variations of this system, make it the most popular of the home gardener. Usually this is the small scale. If you want to produce small scale in the room or balcony or home gardener, small place, we can set this. This is called this system, aeroponic with the film, plastic film. Then other things is we can see aeroponic is the growing of plants in the container in which the roots are suspended in a nutrient mist rather than in the solutions. The most popular container for aeroponic is an enclosed frame constructed of the styrofoam boards. A frame constructed of the styrofoam boards. The plants are placed in holes along the slopes side of the frame. The nutrient mist is delivered to the roots by a vaporizer or by special attachment available with drip irrigation kits. The mist clicks to the roots. Any excess runs down the inside of the frames. It collected at the bottoms and is recycled back to the nutrient reservoir. This is also one kind of system. This is called the reservoir and nutrient and also hole systems. And then there is water running systems. So this is one kind of hydroponics. You can see here the aeration methods, other hydroponics. So we can see here some aeration methods. One of the first systems to be developed use an aquarium air pump to bubble oxygen to the roots of plants immersed in the nutrient solutions. Plants are suspended 1 inch above the solutions by a 2-inch deep mesh tray that is set into the container. By placing the lip of the tray and over the container aids a layer of the inert materials such as gravels, clay or pebbles or the vermiculites is placed in the tray to provide stability for the plants while while allowing the roots to grow down into the nutrient solutions. So this is one kind of using the tray on another systems. Other aggregate systems. Aggregate systems are some form of the inert materials to stop and the surrounded the plant's roots. The most common materials used are rock pools, clay, pebbles, gravels, perlites, and vermiculite, sands or foams, chips. So, and there is a flood and drain methods, two systems, inlet and outlet methods, and we can use this one also. Water holding container, plastic dish, pan is filled with the aggregates and the plants. So this is all kinds of systems you can see here. Other systems, another common aggregate systems, trickle feed systems. This trickle feed system, the nutrient solution is the continuously pumped from the reservoir through a half-inch irrigation tubes that branches into a number of uh, one of the 1 or 0.8 inches tubes, and these smaller tubes deliver the solutions to the container. Any excess solution is collected at the base of the each container and returned to the nutrient reservoir. You can see the modified tube culture. In the tube there is a culture. This is called the, in short, trickle feed methods. There is a tube, and in the tube there is a hole. In the hole you culture it and then plant grows. This is nutrient deficiency in terms of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, calcium, zinc, iron, copper, sulfur, manganese, molybdenum, boron, and others also nutrient important for these systems. Occasionally the nutrients in the hydroponic system are used up faster than they can be replaced, and the plants will show a nutrient deficiency. A quick fix for most of the deficiencies is to spray the leaves with all of purposes foliage fertilizer, although this will not completely solve the problem. The best remedy is to change the nutrient solutions every week instead of every 2 weeks. In some cases, it may be necessary to switch to a different types of the hydroponic fertilizer if the same deficiencies persist. There are several books and hydroponics on hydroponics that give other remedies for nutrient deficiency problems. So when there is a nutrient deficiency problems, we have to supervise it very teeth and keen, very sharply. Otherwise, if there is any problem, there is a fertilizer problem or disease problem, pest problem, then we can solve it according to their needs. We can see here the references and the books, and there is some journal on hydroponics. So this is all about the hydroponics. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Thank you again.